If you want to stop drinking, start creating. Check out this video. Check out my channel. Read the description. This is my studio, my bedroom studio. It isn't much, but you don't need much in this day and age to get started. I used home audio production as a pastime to get me through the long, dark, lonely nights that often come with alcohol cessation. So, yeah, welcome. I'm remixing a song tonight that I've been working on. I'm using some new tools that I've gotten in my toolkit to do it. So I'm just going to jump in. Check it out. Read the description. I got some links down there for you. All right. Okay. So, yeah. Before 23 is for you. And possibly Josh, if you're still watching down there. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're keeping your stick on the ice. But before 23, thank you very much for your very kind, informative, thoughtful, considerate comment that you left under my last video. I'm doing this for you. This is I had to take a break from. I had to walk away from the DAW for a few days. You helped me to unlock the full toolkit. I looked at all those tools and I got overwhelmed, and I just had to take a break. Watch some movies, write some songs on the acoustic. So tonight I got back at it. Here I am back in the saddle. Let me show you what I'm working on. Let me see. To give you an idea how long it's been since I worked on this, check out, let me see. So 17 tracks in this project, and these are the buses. Check out the 2-tape bus. 2-tape 6. All right. So, been through 2-tape 7 all the way up to 8, and that's how long it's been since I touched this. So I'll get around to getting that updated later. Tonight I'm just gonna. So I've got one bus for Airwindows wider. And that's because you'll notice that all of my pan knobs are at 12 o'clock all across the board. I don't do panning because I've got this rather severe hearing impediment in my left ear. So I use stereo effects and stereoizing tools and other things. I don't pan. All right. That's going to become relevant a little bit. So let's go into track view and show you what we got going on here. So I've got these solo. These are what we're going to be focusing on tonight. 2 drum tracks, bass track, organ. It's called organ, but it's really guitar. I don't have a keyboard right now, so using a guitar to sort of approximate in terms of arrangement, a rock organ part. Okay, with a Boss rotary ensemble, Leslie simulator. Deluxe, that's a rhythm guitar part. I used a Fender Deluxe amp sim in my M-Audio black box interface. That's why it's named Deluxe. And then the vocal tracks, two mains and a backing. There are other guitar parts that come in here. There's a slide guitar intro and a slide guitar part. Not going to play any of those tonight. Going to focus on bass, organ, and deluxe. Bass, guitar, organ, and rhythm guitar. All right. I added some Airwindows tools to these tonight. So, I'm going to go ahead and unsolo these, and just to give you an idea, you're going to be hearing one rhythm guitar part, right? And the organ part is technically another guitar part, but you're going to hear some other guitar in there. Just so you know, that's coming from the drum track, because I tracked drums and guitar. It was really kind of the main guitar part using a time-based effect that's synced to the drum loop in the audio interface. I just went ahead and tracked them together. It's something that I often do. It sounds like this. All right, and then another secondary drum track, drum loop. Bass. Organ. Kind of a raunchy organ sound. All right. So, I'll go ahead and add the vocals here. And go back into console view. Right? And you can see that in the bass, organ, and deluxe tracks, I've got all of the Airwindows plugins bypassed. Okay? That's what you just heard. So, what I'm going to do is... Go ahead and play that intro part once again with the plugins bypassed, and then I'm going to pause it and re-engage the plugins, unpause it, and play it back again, so you get kind of a zero latency A/B. All right, so once again. All right. I hear a rather pronounced difference myself. So this time I'm going to go ahead and, let me, I'm going to disengage them all again, bypass them all again. So Airwindows off on bass. And see, off. Is that all of them? Yeah. All right. So, shoulders getting sore from mousing. All right. So here we go. I'm going to let me see. Yeah, I think I'll do that. No, okay. Yeah, I'll do it in the mix. Okay, so I'm going to hit playback and just re-engage them one by one, starting with the bass. So I think the most pronounced difference is in track 4, Oregon. That it's a raunchy part. It wasn't raunchy enough. It wasn't where I wanted it to be. Now it's getting there. Maybe even a little bit too much. But first I want to go ahead and focus on these individually. So I'm going to go back into track view here, and let's just look at the bass part and solo that out and just listen to this one. And so Airwindows off. That one's pretty subtle. This one is discontinuity. One of my favorites. I do have it set at 115.5 decibels. Subtle but noticeable. Just a little bit more. All right. Right here. Yeah, you can hear it. Next one is Stonefire, and hear what Stonefire is bringing. Bringing some fuzz. Right there. Yeah, isn't that nice? Man, I didn't expect that from Stonefire, but that's what it's delivering right now. I do have, so Fire and Stone are supposed to be a crossover. Fire at roughly 0.4, Stone at roughly 0.6, Air 0.57, range 0.53. That's the way I had it set. I already, before I started work tonight, that's the way I had it set. I already had this plugin loaded. Now, here's the one that I added, and listen to what this is doing. Wow. Right? So, as you might have guessed, it's BassDrive. This is my hang on. This is my new favorite tool. I love this thing. And one thing I've noticed about Chris's tools is whenever he stresses that this is not going to be for everybody, a lot of people are going to hate this and not know what to do with it. I generally find that those are the ones I like the most. And this is one of those. I just get it. I think it's amazing. So anyways, you should hear what it does, man. And so I got it set with at C. So I'm kind of doing a tilt EQ, not tilt, but so low and mids down to 0.45, high and presence up to 0.55, drive up at 0.57. And you can hear what it does, man. And yeah, I've got it at the end of the chain. I just liked it there for some reason. I liked it after I've got finisher micro on the flanger setting. I love the two flanges on fin micro or flanger and jet plane, and they're nice flanges, man. And I use them for distinction and especially the jet plane setting when used tastefully and judiciously, it really provides distinction and separation, and it's something I use. Again, I don't pan, I stereoize, I spatialize, and the flangers on this finisher micro are really good for that, and they can be made quite subtle. Okay, so I may change my mind about the placement of that, but that's where I've got it right now. So that's what's going on with the bass part, and then but so let me just go ahead with the drums and just A-B. It's gonna, when I road test that in the car, it's gonna rattle the screws, but I'll burn that bridge when I come to it. Okay, so moving on to the organ part, guitar organ. I've got some automation going on here with the finisher micro on the phaser setting, and you'll hear the way I'm using that here in a second. After that, I've got it on the jet plane setting. And then, so which Airwindows I'm using. So let me go ahead and bypass those again. And I'll just put them on. So these last two I'm still unsure of. I'll show you why. Okay, now I've got this sent to the wider bus, full on at 0.0. I'm trying to get this organ part as wide as I possibly can. So first up, we have. So I'm going to leave these last two off for just a minute. We've got BassDrive, right? Hang on. All right, so low and mid up to 0.55, high down to 0.45, presence down to 0.39. Drive at I like drive at 0.57. I just generally like that with this tool. So once again, A being it. Fuck yeah. Next is Energy 2. I'm not sure whether I should have Energy 2 before or after BassDrive. But so Snarl, Yower, and Chug and Scrape set up 0.3, 0.3, 0.2, 0.2 respectively. Fizz down to minus 0.3, Rat up to 0.3, Glitter 0.2, and Hiss at 12. So just without those thin micros. Now, third Airwindows is Aura. Now, this is the one that I'm using for the first time. So just bringing a bit of brightness, kind of from the shoulders up. Brightness and presence. Life. A little bit of width. It's just kind of like before turning on Aura, it's kind of like just right inside my skull, and Aura just kind of like kicks it out, so it's just outside of my skull, if that makes any sense. That's what it does. And so I turn all these on and bypass the whole rack, and that's what we got. It's quite the diff, eh? Now, what's going on with these? StereoDoubler and GalacticVibe. Again, these are two that I'm using for the first time. Now, here's the issue that I'm dealing with these. Both of these, one application for them is a stereoizing effect, right? With the GalacticVibe also having, according to Chris, like rotary speaker type stuff going on in it. Leslie-like, but not Leslie-like. I tracked this, as I previously said, through the Boss RT20 rotary ensemble. So it's not like I need more Leslie Sim, but never mind that. That's not really important. I'm trying to decide with my ears, right? So blurbs aside, it's like, okay, so this one is StereoDoubler, next to last. Last is GalacticVibe, right? So A-Bing them separately, we get this. So here's, excuse me, StereoDoubler, going to A-B that. Very cool. To me, that is like it's taking it from my ear flaps, right? Just the ear right outside of my skull. The ear is right outside of my skull, and it's kind of like moving it laterally. It's like 2 or 3 inches this way, at that level. Okay, and then when I A/B GalacticVibe, I hear something different. similar, but instead of like this far out, straight out, with GalacticVibe, it's like this far out but down, sort of like to the level of my jaw, but not as far out, right? If that makes any sense. So StereoDoubler is like this, and GalacticVibe is like that, right? I like them both. I don't want to have to choose one or the other, right? I kind of like I want both of them. So never mind the settings. I mean, I just set them to taste. They're both only 2 knobs, right? But so I'll start with StereoDoubler. I'll kick that on, and then I'll kick on GalacticVibe. Yeah. And then I'll go the opposite way, and I'll start with, I'll kick on GalacticVibe and then StereoDoubler. Now the problem is, so I'm getting both. I'm getting both this and that, but it's coming, the cost is, it's coming at a cost of a little bit less. I'm getting more space in the field, but I'm getting less definition with both of them on. So I'm kind of feeling like I've got to choose one or the other, if that makes any sense. That's more clear. That's more clear. I like them both so much individually. I don't know. I feel like I'm feeling like I'm going to have to choose one or the other. And that decision is ultimately going to, I'm going to have to make that decision later on, when I'm sort of finished with everything else, which one is cutting through better. But I do like them both very much. So yeah, StereoDoubler and GalacticVibe. Just for now, I think I'm going to go with GalacticVibe. Okay, and now on to the deluxe. Go ahead and bypass the whole rack. It's a good amp sim, you know, that interface is like 17, 18 years old now, but there's M Audio collaboration with Roger Lynn. It's a great box. I'm dreading the day it dies. I really like the amp sims in it, and this is one of my favorites. It sounds really good, you know. Of course, that's partly though because of what I've got going on here in what in Cakewalk is called the Pro channel. I've got a Neve console simulator going. I've got this preset EQ and this leveling compressor So I might as well A-B that for you. So that's what it sounded like raw from the M audio. That's the Pro channel. And then, wow. All right. So what do I have going on with Airwindows here? So first, obviously, BassDrive. Usually I like BassDrive first. I don't know why I had it at the very end on the other track, but I'm going to have to go back and rethink that. But anyways, BassDrive, AB. BassDrive kicks ass. It's got so much mojo. Again, presence down to 45, highs up to 0.53, mids 0.5, low 0.53. Drive, decided not to kick up the drive this time. But yeah, BassDrive always, I mean, not always, not for everything, but for stuff like this, just can't beat it with a stick. Next, we've got, so this is a first time use for me. This one really just kind of came out of left field. I still haven't gone through all these tools or read all the blurbs or anything. I'm trying to do that. I'm going to be devoting some time every day between mixing sessions just to be going through the tools that I haven't read the blurbs before and read the blurbs, so I have some idea what I've got in the kit. Okay, but I hadn't read this one until I already was midway through this remixing session. I was just kind of like looking for a wild card, and I happened upon this Starchild2. Just tried it on a lark and loved it. I didn't even, oh yeah, I did. I turned grain down from 0.7 to 0.33. And that was a call that I made. But weird digital ambiance / echo plugin adapted to high sample rates. I'm at 48. I generally, these days, I do 48 K 24-bit. So Starchild, kind of a wild card, but here's what it does. So just that slapback echo. At the default grain setting is like this. I guess I decided that was a little bit too much, so well, I'll just leave it there for now. Anyway, just a nice not subtle, not terribly nice sound in and of itself, but I like the way that it works in the mix. It just brings a character to it that I find appealing. So I went with it, Starchild2. And last we've got Slew2. Okay, so I've got that at 0.51. This one I had had that loaded before tonight's remix, so I guess I felt a need to tame some of the trubs last time. I haven't A-B'd it, so Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I still like that there. I like what that's doing, just like that. And I'm also using management here. I don't know if you're familiar with this one, but I might just hang on. Far pan. No. Let's see. How do I get that bigger? Wait a minute. Let's see. Yeah. Kind of rein in some of the reverb on this one because of Starchild. But anyway, that's what I've done tonight, and so I'm just going to go ahead and solo these together, and go ahead and play it through the first section of the song, basically. I'd like you to hear, especially, I'd like to call your attention to, I'm just going to A-B, I'm going to go back to the bass, and A-B, let me see, is that BassDrive, right? So I'll just A-B BassDrive. During this section, listen to it. Just A being BassDrive on the bass track. Okay. So right. With BassDrive. Can you hear that? Kicked up the high just even a little bit more. Anyway, yeah, I just love what BassDrive does with individual guitar and bass tracks. It's incredible. So, anyways, with that, I'm just going to go ahead and with the Airwindows tools, I'm just going to play the first section of the song through the first chorus, and then call it a night. Okay.
Bring me
Got to unmute myself there. Okay, so well, just before I go, this just looking ahead a little bit, all right? So this gnarly organ part, just going to go ahead and solo it again real quick. Right. You notice that I leveled it down a little bit during playback because especially with the BassDrive, you know, I've noticed that after applying BassDrive, it's necessary to re-level things. It's just got more energy. It's cutting through a lot stronger. A lot of times the level down is called for. But after the second chorus, let me see, Fit Project, where's second chorus? There's one part of the song where that organ part is really, let's see, it's right here. All right, so there's second chorus and then a bridge section. All right, and so this is when it goes into the third verse. And that organ part just does something that it's a balance that I'm trying to achieve. I don't want to do volume drawing if I don't have to on this guitar organ part. All right, reasons for that, but listen to what it does during this section of the song. You can see right here during this section that the rhythm guitar cuts out, right? And so there's a sort of a dynamic leveling down this part of the song. But that organ part, just listen to what it does here. Right? So when that deluxe cuts out and you're just left with that, okay, what I'm going for is like, I don't know what part of the world you're from, sir. I know Josh, I know where you're from. We talked about this. Yeah, that's right. The black water. To me, this sound is like swimming in a very fast river in the middle of the night. And the current is so strong that you're clinging to a rock. And, you know, the current it's so strong that it might just rip you away from that rock and sweep you away at any second. You're just clinging to this rock. And the black water is just, the power of that black water churning around you, around your shoulders, almost up to your chin. Right? That's what that sound is to me. And again, it's when that rhythm guitar cuts out, and This is a balance that I'm trying to strike without doing volume automation on that track. So you're a dropout, right? It's like that's how important that part is. Now, that's how important that part is. It's present throughout the entire song, right? I don't want it too overbearing and too loud during the rest of the song. Okay? So right here at the beginning, hear what happens if I unsolo it. See, it sounds really good without it. This is what's bothering me. Does it sound better with it? See, I don't know, man. I think it's a bit too loud throughout the rest of the song, and but like that's just the volume that I wanted at during this part right here. So I'm wondering, man, am I going to be able to strike a balance? Is there going to be another Airwindows tool? You mentioned a tool that works in lieu of side chaining. What did you call it? Swell? Haven't looked into that one yet. But anyway, that's kind of what I'm dealing with here. And so I've used a few more tools from the toolkit. This is the update. I'm going to try to focus on this one for the next few days and not get burned out on it again. See if I can come to some conclusion with it, with the full Airwindows toolkit. Okay, so that's it for now. Sorry this went on too long as usual, but I'm trying to break it down. Again, thank you for listening and even more so for responding. Your feedback is means more to me than I could ever express. So thank you. Really, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. All right. Until next time. And once again, if you need to curb stomp that fucking booze vampire, audio work will give you something to do that you can't do if you're boozing, and it's rewarding. If you've been watching this, you know, it may seem like, and you don't know anything about it, it may seem daunting, but it's really not that bad. You take it step by step. And you just like hang out here, these videos, so you can learn how to do it. All right. And my email is in the channel description. If you write to me, I'll write back. All right. Okay. Happy Halloween. Over and out.